I mean, you'd have to be a total jerk to do it, but the option is there. And again, a certain game which gives you which pretty much tells you that and again, a certain game that pretty much tells you that killing won't always be the best answer comes to mind. You know what you are. Yep, take it. Let's see. Like, I know that some mushrooms are actually really have like certain no, it's not pathogens, it's something else, but some certain type of fungi actually have like this, not a gene but or a structure or a cell, but okay, I can't think of scientific terms, but there's a type of mushrooms, or some mushrooms in general, actually have like a vitamin or something in them that can actually help fight against cancer. So, seeing that mushrooms being used as an ingredient for medicine isn't really that far-fetched the more I think about it. I can't remember the name of it though, that's the thing that bothers me, especially when I had to do a project on it. Like, that's the one thing that I really hope doesn't happen, that I forget the names and all that memories. The names of memories regarding the people I met and the things I worked on for all sorts of projects. It's probably why I try my best to keep a short tab on everything. Even though there's one project that's still going on my YouTube channel that's still not done, and again, I do apologize. And the main reason why there hasn't been an upload is there was one part of the video I just uploaded that I honestly didn't enjoy and I thought I could do better. Then throw in the fact that schoolwork's been weird sometimes. So, yeah, there you have it. Anyway, if you go back and talk to those two siblings, you get some gratitude crystals. 10 specifically. We don't have enough to go see Uncle Bats again, but it's still something to keep in mind. I think you need like 20 or something before you get the next one, so we still have one more side quest we need to do, unless we happen to find another one. Ooh, but Butterfly, get over here. Come on, get back here. Get all Ape Escape in this. In fact, that's why I honestly kind of feel like when I have the bug catching net. Maybe that's why I'm willing to put up with catching insects. Alright, assuming there's one more side quest that we can do, we'll go for it. And if not, then I want to try and see if we can pull off a certain task. Oh hey Fledge, what you up to? Oh, she's safe. You're a little out of the loop, buddy. Pipit, my man, what's up? Do you want to offer me a side quest? Not quite the words I'd choose there, but I'll keep those words in mind. Oh, you can roll inside. You! Colin. Nope, you do not have the side quest. Alright, that answers my question. But now, I am curious about that adventure pouch. But first, every time you go back, Always open that door, you always get a blue rupee every time you start up the game. Part of the reason, think of it as a small reason as to why I go out of my way to come back to Skyloft every time I start up the game. I go collect that rupee. But anyway, actually I'm curious on something. Well, one, will you let me in? Okay, yes you do, and two, you... Dude. Well... Ignoring the fact that... You know, if you weren't so egotistical earlier, I would feel some sympathy, and... let that speak for itself. He even has boxing gloves. The guy works out, but... Man... You know, what do you actually say? Oh, jeez, man! What do you have to say, Fee? Yeah, you got that right. Which kinda gives taste to one idea, and oh wow, he does turn away when you don't talk to him. Wow, I actually didn't know that. Learn something new about this game every day. Oh well, I want to test out a little something before we head out. So once again, we're gonna call it in. Well, Link's here gonna call it a night. And then we'll go explore Skyloft at night real quick. What I want to do is see if I can raise up enough money to buy that adventure pouch, because I know I am going to need it. Show up here, talk to Stritch. Let's see what you're dealing today. Ooh, I have a bunch of a certain type. How much you paying? 10? Thought so. 14, let's see. The only way I'd really make a profit is if I sell all of them. Alright, I'll give you 5. Deal. Not as much of a profit I'd hope, but he did say Starry Dragonfly, right? Alright, I'll bite. How much you'll pay for the Firefly? I only got 3, but how much you paying for that? That is actually a really good deal. And I know where I can get more of them. Yeah, pay up. Now I just need to raise an extra... I just need like 180 more rupees and I can buy that thing off of Beetle. To be perfectly honest, I don't really use the upgraded potions, even though they really help out a lot. Especially... But at that point, there's a certain shield I have at that point, so I rarely have to worry about losing my shield. Anyway, that leads to Gapora. So let's carry on that main path. Because there's also someone we can talk to at nighttime when it comes to money. And I could have showed this off while we were putzing about while we look for... what's her name? Kukui or... Kukui... You get the idea. When we were looking for that girl, I could have shown this off, but I forgot about it. Anyway... Oh, come on, Link. That's totally up within your range. Get rid of that keys. I don't have time to play with you, Mia. Anyway, this little district right here is actually home to the shopkeepers that we see in the bazaar. And oh wow, this is the right spot. What you gotta say? Noted. But this guy, you remember him. He's the item shopkeeper. Not as cheery as he looks now, don't you think? Maybe. I wonder how much validity there is to this. Do tell. This is another way of getting an item. And just like with Scritch, he has a... Oh, you have... One of them is very rare, and you're not getting that for a very long time. Alright, how much you got? I have the tail, and I have the skull. But I want to keep onto the skull, so how much are you buying for the tail? 20 for each, so I need to scrounge up another 20. I'll deal one, but I won't have enough. Sure. Yeesh. Oh, actually, wait. What happens if I sit here? Okay, he doesn't budge. But yeah, as you get more treasures, you can sell it to the shopkeeper, and he'll buy you some. He can offer some rupees for it. One of which is evil, and you really have no reason to sell that item. You want a definition of money stealer? Try that when he asks only for that. Especially when that one item is so hard to get. Butterflies, calm me down. Come on, Philemon. One of you has to be Philemon. Oh, I can clip through the wood. Come on. You really are catching like monkeys, aren't you? Oh, fine. I'll leave you alone. An old stag beetle isn't there? Mr. Cockroaches, and he's dead. Oh well, I guess that's one less item I'll deal with today. But we have 3, but I guess it's not too bad. Getting an extra potion, getting some extra items, and okay, run into a random gratitude crystal that I missed out on. Now we really are just need to do one more side quest before we go talk to Batriux. Alright, how much of a rebel? Link's not really much of a rebel. Oh well, at least the way I'm playing Link anyway. Let's call it a night, go up in the morning, and resume our quest from there. But yeah, we're actually covering a lot more time than I thought we would. And again, I don't think we'll be able to take care of the dungeon. But I'll see what I can do. Alright, all our preparations out of the way. I swear if Beetle sells another rupee back for 100, though I'm pretty sure he kinda wised up about it by now. You don't have anything to say right now. Wait. Did I see text bubble? Okay, no I didn't. Oh jeez, I almost ran off. Okay, let's try catching butterflies again. Okay, let that one go. You don't want to startle them, you want to move a little slow. There we go. It's like hitting flies. Come to me, Loftwing! Our destination awaits! Anyway, that's about all we can really do right now, so what we need to do is head off to the Lanaryu Province, which is a lot closer than I thought it was. And again, it's really recommended that you come and okay, good. I was wondering why he didn't enter that cutscene. Really recommend that you bring in a wooden shield for this region. Otherwise, you probably aren't going to have a fun time here. And before Fee steals our line, welcome to the Lanaryu region, or better known as the Lanaryu Mine. So you say. But this is our third province and one of the last few provinces we have to deal with. Doesn't necessarily mean this is the last area. Oh no, far from it. But I'll delve into that later. Oh, really travel, but you say... But you more so say warped here, considering we saw her warp. But anyway, the Lanaryu Mine. This is one of our makeshift desert level. And before you go on, Guys Cube, right off the bat, get this one. You really have no excuse to not get it. And I see an insect. It's also the one insect Scritch asked us before coming. Go slow. Ah, oh, darn it! That was a dragonfly. So you could have easily seen what I wanted to do. But we have these little boulders right here. And if you leave them alone, you'll probably get some treasure from them. They can only be blown up with bombs, and this is precisely why I wanted to get the bomb bag. It's not always a guarantee, but you never know what you could find. But it's also kind of dry and beat up, much like the desert itself. Oh wait, no, don't let this happen again. Now that I remember this whole region, I have only a bad memory because this is where the game crashed at one point, back when it was still new. It hasn't crashed since, but I am slightly concerned, hence why I make it a habit to save right now. Wait. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Let's get rid of these keys. Bullseye. But I guess while we can talk about the Lanaryu, it's not often that we get something desert very early, because usually desert's saved for last in the, or next to last in the Zelda tropes. Ocarina of Time, well, no, take that back. Link to the Past did have the desert as the second region. But anyway, we have some new enemies. Yellow choo-choo jellies. Just as the color would suggest, they are electrical based, and if you have a metal shield, they will electrocute Link, so you don't want to carry a metal shield around here. And this is where the wooden shield shines, and probably why they wanted you to customize so much with Link. And like I said, I don't mind it too much. It's a little easier than having like the second best shield in the game in the second area. But just like with choo-choo jellies, you can roll a bomb and, well, darn it. Yeah, there's a reason why I'm not too fond of choo-choo jellies or electrical choo-choo jellies. At least there's not as brutal as their Wind Waker incarnation. Actually, no, their Wind Waker incarnation isn't really that bad either. Anyway, stock up a bit on items. Always can never afford to have too many. Some bombs. But one thing that I kind of do like about deserts, even if it's kind of an overused like trope or place where this type of stuff happens, is that there's always like a sense of ancient history or something old in the desert regions. Like, whether or not it's for treasure or like there's a tribe or something like that, the sense of having like a small part of history is always like a fun thing to do sometimes. Like, I remember reading like the Black Stallion and books back when I was in middle school, and the whole story about how the Black was actually part of was from a tribe in the desert, and I believe it was Arabic. I can't remember much about this series because it's been so long, but I know for sure that the main horse that pretty much the whole cover of the series, 9 times out of 10 before they got new horses involved, was that he was part of a tribe from the desert and they were known to breed excellent horses. I know it's a little off topic, but considering that what you see right here pretty much leads into a little bit of ancient civilization, build up the meter, swing it with your Skyward strike, and we travel back in time. Now, you would think that we're traveling into the future, but remember, this was before the region became as we know today. And plus the whole music tune changes also. So it seems. Yeah, pretty much in the past. And I always thought this was cool. Oh, one thing. This little collectible. The ancient flowers. You can only get these when you're in the past state. So basically you want to take a good look around before you need to go back in time. Because there are some elements that do require you traveling between both times, even if you yourself aren't really affected. Well, you don't have to put it that way. but you may have seen this shape before, back when we saw Gonzo. I'll leave it at that for now. And apparently they have little makeshift claws. Now, you might say that the minecart is just for mine uses. Well, screw you! And I can't really move that much here, actually. But anyway, go over here. We have a little treasure chest. Gives you some more money, and with the rate we're going, we'll actually be able to buy that thing from Beetle. Also, I'm pretty sure these robots can take the hit. What do you have to say, robot? Didn't quite say that, but I guess you can pretty much summarize it from that. You can't get off either. I don't remember that too much. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, that's where we came from. And I do like the whole shift between the dynamic shift between regions. Kind of actually a really cool feature. But now that you activate the time shift stone, all you have to do is just push the cart right there, and it becomes a futuristic cart. It's also how you really get around, so I really do dig stuff like this in each game. But it only extends so far. Also you, definitely picking these up because they're a little bit tough to pick up later on. And here we get another part of the bomb, where we play some bomb skip ball. I don't know if you can actually get crushed by that, but I'd rather not find out. And by the way you might guess, a lot of this whole area revolves around the time shift stone, which almost reminds me of the time stones from Sonic CD, so I don't know how much inspiration that was. Again, this might be the most simplified take of time travel in a Zelda game, especially when you compare it to Ocarina of Time. More electric choo-choo jellies. Metal shield is not recommended for this area, but I already mentioned that earlier. This area, a lot of it's quicksand based, and you will want to have the stamina gauge as full as you can before you travel. Then again, I don't remember if quicksand itself is actually... Because there's been reports like saying there's a whole myth that quicksand doesn't... if I can talk real quick. The whole myth that quicksand doesn't suck you in, and pretty much as lethal as Hollywood makes it out to be. It gets a little weird seeing Link get sucked straight down the quicksand pit and thinking he could survive, though it's probably really strenuous if the stamina gauge is anything to go by. And did I see an insect? Oh yes I did. Ah. You are an ant. Alright. That's it. Got it. You are a Lanaryu ant. You are one of the few exclusive bugs that you can run into. And I'll go ahead and say that it might be a little... I always wonder if people would be weird, like saying that there's a certain bug you can only get when you travel to the past. And people are wondering like, Link, how did you actually get that? Wouldn't you have to time travel? But I started questioning logic in a Nintendo game, even if Zelda games kinda do it a little better. Keith, I swear if you get in the way of my shot. Oh wow, that does hurt you. Well, it's more so the fact that catching bugs is kind of like how you would in real life. They would react to the moment. Like, have you tried swatting a fly? When a fly gets into your house, have you tried swatting that thing? It goes the opposite way when you swing it. So, what some people would do would actually have like a hand in front of it, the fly would fly away, but because you knew where it was going, you could just swing the fly swatter at when it started to take flight. Anyway, these guys return again, so I really recommend that you use your bombs. And you give me seeds. Like, if you have any bombs, you can blow them up, so you don't have to deal with them. Or failing that, and you prefer to stun them, just fire your slingshot. You do have enough time to stun them, but... No! Okay, good, you made it. Link, that was not the time to get tired. It's also not electrocution time. You can just stun them, but I prefer to get rid of them with one bomb. Pausing won't save you, my friend. So essentially the way you want to go is try to run as much as you can and then get to that fruit, the stamina fruit, as soon as you can. And you might be wondering how you get the goodies. Well, that's what Beetle's here for. And I mean good Beetle, not evil Beetle like money shopkeeper Beetle. I mean, I like the guy. I really do like the shopkeeper since Wind Waker, but man does he get brutal with shop prices later on. Also, I'm totally gotta find a way to get that. Actually, can Beetle do something about that? No, I probably went too close. Okay, let's see. No, I went the wrong way. I need to go this way. You use up a lot of stamina when trying to run through the quicksand, so you might want to wait it out a bit. Okay, yeah, there's a way in, so you're not boned. Alright, what else is here? I get the feeling we'll run to Timestone, but first, let's get rid of this choo-choo that annoys you by electrocuting itself. It really does slow the pace down sometimes, even if it is pretty much a defense mechanism. But as we run around, let's see what we have. I believe you are a Timestone, or you have something to do with Timestones. Oh, time shift. They're time shift stones, not time stones by themselves. Like, again, it gets curious. Because I make that analogy because at Sonic, I am not dealing with that right now. Kind of curious to see what I'll find here. Oh, rupee. That's one. Anyway, since we can't really travel much, this is where pretty much bowling, or Wii Sports Resort, comes into play. Bowl our way across. You don't need to worry about if you botched it a bit. And sure enough, that's our way across. Now, it's a little too far for us, but it's not too far for Beetle here. See? This Beetle does a good job as opposed to Shopkeeper Beetle. Plus, apparently in the past there were no such thing as quicksand. Well, actually a lot of things changed. A lot of things do change. Oh, get my words together. I'm guessing like there would be a difference in time shifts. Anyway, these guys we haven't seen in a long time. They work the same as before. Wait for their mouth to open and then swing. Then just swing in the direction they open their mouth. Or you could keep whacking it just until you get the pattern you want. Kinda like what I'm doing right now. Though really just a little patience goes a long way. Alternatively, you could blow it up with one of your bombs, but you really don't need that go that extreme. Though would be curious to see how it would react inside of Deku Baba. But I guess while on the topic of time travel, I'm bored. Oh, you're gonna make me regret I didn't. Actually, no, if I space it right. Okay, you shouldn't hit the time stone. Sweet, you didn't. And I see Dragonfly. Got it. Just walk slowly and let the fly come to you. Now, one thing you don't have to worry about the insects. For the most part, you don't have to worry if they're in time shift stones. So you don't have to worry about traveling to the past to get a certain insect. What you do need to worry about with regards to treasure and resources though, are the ancient flowers. You can only get these when you travel to the past. So make sure you explore every nook and cranny before you even think about moving on. I love you, Beetle. And do you give me a key or an ancient? Or I forgot you get one of these early. But like I said, hold on to that thing. Do not sell it, even though it sells for... Did I just see your Dekuba? Oh, no, it was just robot here. Yeah, if you know more, you could tell me. Oh well. But you wait. Let's talk about a little bit of bombs. Again, love that feature in this game. And when you're ready to go, all you have to do is just bring in the minecart. Which I probably should have prepped earlier. Ah, there you go. Wait, I went off that train. I went off this train so I could get that flower. Oh, wait. That leads me to the new area. Wow, I even broke my own rule, too. Link, you better turn around. Lanaryu Desert. You know... Yeah, I was about to ask that. What would have had to happen to turn that lush green landscape into the desert that you know now? Oh, sink sand. Alright, sure, no problem. Ooh, you! That little symbol bears an important resemblance if you played previous games. But now, the Lanaryu region extends much farther than we thought before. And for the most part, the whole dungeon revolves around getting access to the dungeon just like before. But like I said earlier, we gotta go back real quick to pick up that ancient flower. And find out that there's a time shift stone here too. Definitely going to check that out once we go back. But what would have had to happen? I know that like in world history you learn about how ancient civilizations fell because either as a result of war or changing circumstances. Usually war, usually when someone else decides to invade and is able to overthrow the current people in power. And you know what? I'm gonna go against my words. Eat bomb, Doku Baba. Wait, did he actually? Okay. That was a little bit more graphic than I thought it was. Well, for one, I didn't think he'd actually eat it. Usually, enemies are... I'd like to say the enemies are smarter than that. But I guess not. Oh well, anyway, with our newfound time stone, what does this do for us? But whoa, look at that slowdown. Anyway. Ah, this area, this is it. This is where the game started to crash for a bit, and I don't want that to happen again. And like I said earlier, look every nook and cranny regarding ancient flowers. If you do this, you will never have to worry about ancient flowers when it comes to upgrades or treasures. But if you don't, then you're gonna want to backtrack a lot. But you can kind of see what we're trying to do, and apparently only one section can be activated or travel to the past based on the time, based on the time shift stone. But as you'd think from a desert, this place is really big, so you have a lot of room to explore. But it's also pretty condensed at the same time, so you don't have to worry about too much or getting lost. Plus with the whole beacon system, you can pretty much set landmarks, so you don't have to worry about that much at all. But besides, part of me just likes exploring. Probably why I like games like Xenoblade and Zelda that much. Make a mental note of this. Oldry! That will come into play later. And hello, I almost didn't see you guys. More ants. Coming to the net. Okay, you're moving away. Darn it, scared it. Oh, come on, I actually had that one too. Alright. Get as low to the ground as I can. Apparently I can clip through it too. Or I can just swing it like a madman. That works too. Oh, these guys. These are... I remember their name, but at the same time I don't, and... Let me put you away. These guys! The only way of hurting them, other than just swinging your blade at them apparently, because I was about to say you could throw a bomb to get their attention. They pretty much just like to crash into you. But I do like this about this region. With smart use, you can hit the little fruit up there, or the plant. I mean, you could use the beetle, but hitting it with your sword just feels great too. So as we look around, then... Oh, wait, hold on. You see this tumbleweed? Swing your net at it. I got really stumped on where you could look for tumbleweed or how to collect it, until I realized that it was your bug catching net that allowed you to catch it. Keep an eye out for tumbleweeds. We will be needing them much later on. Also, did that thing seriously just run into the wall again? Well, I'm usually good with enemy names, but I can't remember the names for these guys specifically. Even though it's the one Zelda game I play more often than not. And I have a good feeling I just went in a circle. Nope! Okay, good, got that tumbleweed. In fact, I'm probably just gonna keep the tumbleweed on unless I absolutely need to switch to another gadget. But for the most part, as big and as expansive this area gets, you don't need to worry too much when it comes to exploring it, like I mentioned earlier. Also, pick up that Magatama right there. And I'm just merely exploring because it's usually the way I tend to play Zelda games, and... You destroyed that tumbleweed! Now this has become war. Until I remember how to deal with you. Well, that's one way to get your attention. That was for the tumbleweed. Seriously, tumbleweed's a little tougher to get. And oh, well, you know, I'll eat my own words for that. Now, the main way of progression through the quicksand or sink sand is going to mainly revolve around bombs and the stamina gauge. And unfortunately, as close as we get, that we can't make that drop. But we have a little friend that can, and it really goes back to what I said earlier about how this game really tries its best to make sure you can use multiple gadgets. Oh wait, I can't carry this, can I? Oh, nope. I'm not supposed to carry it just yet. In fact, I kinda spoiled. Alright, I wanna try something. Huh, it does stop it. So what if I perfect shield it? Awesome. I really had no reason to not fear it. But anyway, now that we're over here, we saw a goddess chest at one point, and it's not here. Oh well, let's carry on. Our main way of progression is just trying to see how much we can get into the time shift or travel to the past, because we need another tool since we're... Oh, you get tumbleweed anyway. That's cool. Ah, there we go. I think Fee just... I didn't know Fee would tell you that. But we have a little bit of a simple puzzle right here. And I say simple as I decide to just jump off the thing. So I'm one to talk. Anyway, let's try that again. Blow you up. Also, I have enough for that adventure pouch, so sweet. Oh yeah, I forgot the bombs obey the laws of physics. Well, know what you know. Have a little treasure chest right there, and while that's going on, never hurts to stock up on items. Yeah, with the way the slowdown's looking in, which by the way I'm not sure how well it... Oh wow, Bokuben's got an upgrade. Forgot about that. But whether you're an upgrade or not, you are still Bokuben. Don't worry man, I got your back. But it's also gone a little dangerous. I really hope that actually counts as killing the enemy, cause Did you just... No, okay, Link, you didn't even touch the guy and you got through. Okay, good, it does count as killing the enemy. Because I never had that happen before. Anyway, if you talk to Robot here, Robot can be free until we hit the time stone again. And oh yeah, you learned a little bit about your island for now. Apparently everyone in this region knows how a thing or two about mechanics, but we also get an upgrade to our own beetle. Now it can actually carry stuff, most notably bombs. And it, again, now that I can actually properly say it, it really just goes to show how much they wanted you to use your gadgets again and again. And it may not be the perfect way of answering everything, but they tried and I can really accommodate for that. Also, it goes a little slower when you look down, so... Alright, so I don't have to hold down Z. Yeah, it just carries it for me. Anyway, I wasn't kidding when I said Beetle pretty much becomes your best friend at the end of the day. Drop that thing down, and opens up a clear path for us. Now we can actually cross through the sink sand, no problem. But what we can also do is have a little sentry unit. And it can still collect things as before, so Beetle really does become a very multi-purpose unit. And I really hope he keeps this gadget in one of his 3D adventures. Broken as it seems. Oh yeah, I forgot about this section. You can use this to practice the whole Beetle. In fact, it's almost like flying the Skyloft or the Loftlings, so you really do get used to flying around in a while. Drop you down and go collect some money. Beetle, that adventure pouch will be mine. No, Link! Link! Okay, come on. You were close and you told me that was too far for you. We need to put that cardio in your legs, son. Maybe I really should convince Groose into working out whistling. Anyway, now we have a way to cross through the sink sand. We can actually travel through here. And I see a Magatama, so I'm definitely collecting that. I'm not sure if this is a result of that upgrade, but I feel like the Beetle can take a little bit more of a beating or fly a smidge farther. Okay, now that we made that across, now I think we can actually... Oh, we're still not there. I know there's a goddess cube nearby that you can activate. So definitely find a way to do it. And I'm pretty sure there's not an ancient flower where we saw a robot there. Ooh, that. Good thing we have Beetle. That bird is a jerk, so I'm gonna deal with that right now. And as long as bird doesn't see me. How's that for karma and making some frustration moments in this region? Ugh, that felt cathartic. Good, and oh wow, that's a... I actually thought that was an ant or a dragonfly. And these guys are really rare to get. So definitely stock up on these bugs also. And... alright, yeah, 18 will work. So now our focus pretty much shifted from using bombs to using Beetle again, and... well, one key thing about using Beetle is to make sure you have a good shot with him. Anyway... I believe I can just blow you up with this. Yeah, I totally can! I wonder, can I actually make that transition? Because if I can actually stand on that wheel, then I could actually just... I can use it to get that goddess cube right there. And, well, I have to be fast because apparently those things come back. Alright, time to test theory. Oh, please don't bite me. You know, I totally can. I can get this cube a lot sooner than I thought before. Oh, darn. Alright. Stay where you are. Drop that thing. And go make that trip. Come on, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it! You can't do it, Link. Alright. Alright, let's try this again. If I can get him closer, then it will work perfectly. Yeah, that way it will work perfectly. Now it's just a matter of making sure I can make that travel. Rest up for a bit. Alright, sweet. Made it. Get some money, get some treasure. Get a bunch of good stuff right about now. Ironically enough, the place where you get a bunch of good stuff for you isn't really the Elden Province, where they pretty much pride on the fact that they're mining and scrounging for money. But rather this place, because we got a lot of good stuff that we'll be using later on in the road. Well, actually it's kind of interesting to note that this is a bit of a repetition area. Like the volcano we went to was basically workers, mine workers, and this region was basically known as a mine. So I'm interested in the fact that they used two similar elements through here. Oh, I barely made that. Anyway... yeah, I think you are supposed to do it this way. Get some cardio for those legs, and here we are. Now let's go see what's down there, though. Because apparently those things don't stay dead forever. I see ant. Switch over to catching a net. Okay, good. He doesn't see me. Time to go all Metal Gear on this. Perfect. Yeah, it totally would. But unfortunately, they don't seem to make it for this game, which... Yeah, you're right, the spinner would be perfect. And I think that's actually a weapon in Hyrule Warriors, right? It was a DLC weapon too, if I remember correctly. But I can't be the only one who actually thought about keeping the spinner even when it was useless. Oh! Big Mighty Hero gets taken down by Cactus. Don't worry, Link, there's been more humiliating things than that. And... oh, wait, that spells trouble. No! No! Don't run off! Oh, good. Moving quicksand. Sink sand. Yeah, I like the spinner. I'm not gonna lie. It was really cool, and besides, the fight... the boss fight you used against it was... really, really fun. It's just, you never got to use it again, and even though I kept it around because it's a really fun way of entering style, of entering a whole fight against enemies in style. Ah, you jerks! Get back on the land where I can actually catch you! Or I can catch you like that. That works too. Sweet. But yeah, like going back to the whole spinner, it was a fun item to have. And in Hyrule, yeah, actually I was right. In Hyrule Warriors it's an amiibo weapon where if you use a Link or a Toon Link amiibo, it will unlock the spinner for Link to use. And it looks really fun to use actually. But in Twilight Princess, you use it in the desert dungeon. It is an awesome tool to have. But once you make it past the desert dungeon, it loses its shine, and that's so disappointing because I actually really like that item. I mean, it was my go-to for crashing into parties until I got the ball and chain. Which to this day I still wish was one of Link's moveset in Smash Bros. But then again, Link's more known about being a swordsman with gadgets rather than ball and chain or magic. But I'm happy with Link's representation in Smash. It's nothing to complain about. Though I would admit it'd be really fun to have other gadgets. I would love it if the spinner was an item for the next Smash game. But, oh, you. Third fair in a row. So this effectively means I don't have to worry about death 3 times in a row. Yeah, Customs Link. Well, Custom Links for a while was pretty nuts. Namely the quick charge arrow being able to charge really fast and still dish out a bunch of damage. Or Customs too. And the same could go for Toon Link, even though he doesn't have as many gadgets to play with compared to Big Link. Oh, I actually thought that would work! Oh well. Well, our only way across is by blowing this guy up. But it looks like Beetle will have to do the job for us. Or do I need to rely on Beetle today? Come on, blow up before he wakes up. Okay, now. Let's try that again. Darn it, no, he gets out before I even get the shot in. Can I stun you with my slingshot? Nope. Alright. I'll sell this the old-fashioned way. Alright, let's see here. Drop you down. Apparently I can't drop it on the shell, but that should have been obvious from the get-go. Oh, don't drop it on me, Beetle! Okay, no, swordplay. Ah, I'm too short for the blade. Okay, I didn't think I'd run into this problem, but... well, I'll work with what I have. Because this is pretty surprising. Alright, go around then. No, come on, pull out the bomb. There we go. Okay, he'll be stunned for a bit. He'll come back. He'll try to run me over. He should be stunned by now. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna time it. Right now. Crashes. Stunned. He'll come run me over again. He's still stunned. Drop the bomb while it's there. There we go, finally. That really should not have happened. And I'll ride this little platform for now. Get rid of you. And now we can finally carry on. Did not mean to drag that on for a bit. You know, I was about, speaking of Smash, I was about to say that we still don't have a desert stage, but then I remembered the 3DS version of Smash having Gerudo Desert, so... oh, there goes that theory. Kinda can't really help it, considering that we've been in the desert region for a while. But anyway, what is... oh. Well, you give Link to a certain plot element in the game. But now that we're a little bit closer to where we need to be, let's say we keep going so we can finally gain entrance to this thing. First, go ahead and save. I think we're good on some collectibles, barring the goddess cube that I know I left behind. Anyway, our little dealio this time is our... oh, but first, dragonflies. Alright, quietly move in, lock on to the insect, then swing it, and watch it go away. For shame, Link. For shame. Darn it! Ah. I shouldn't have to tell you that dragonflies are a bit of a jerk to catch. Screw you, Whisper, for staying insects are boring and easy to catch. Can a slingshot? Well, first can I get a shot in? Alright, sweet. Slingshot does activate it. That's good to know. And apparently it brings out Bokubins. And treasure. Forgive me. But you must go. And apparently Bokubabas are back. You know, the more I look at this game, the more stuff I find out about it. Well, here we go. You know, the more that I find out, the less I want to use the sword, and the more I just want to blow stuff up. Alright, serious question. Can I tightrope this? Nope. Good to know. I mean, it would, I guess, defeat the point of having railroad cars, but come on, you can't blame a guy for trying, can you? Alright. Yeah, you're too far for my slingshot. Beetle it is. Assuming you're the right time shift stone to hit. But it really is a simple puzzle. And apparently I was right, only one region at a time. I hit the wrong region! But this little big part... Again, like, it doesn't really have to be much, but if you're willing to keep things interesting by going to a desert region to keep things from going stale, then I have no qualms with it. Like the whole time shift theory, that's all fine and dandy. And apparently so is opening this gate. And as long as you do stuff like that, I'll be perfectly fine with whatever you throw at me. Although I will never forgive Sandopolis. Never, ever, ever. Anyway, head down, drop that bomb, and we have a new way in. And it really does give insight to what I asked earlier. Just what happened? On my way. Just what happened to cause this big shift? And even though we're in a destination, I still want to get back over here, and I'm not even supposed to be here, am I? Oh, I haven't seen you, Octorok. Gorako? I don't remember seeing you here. Really? So, we are on the right path. Well, let me see if I can think of something before you call it quits, bud. Because I have an inkling that we are on the right path. But I seriously did need that because I honestly thought we were going the wrong way. Anyway, time stone here, I see a... Time stone here, I see a guy's cube I can pick up, that's all I needed to hear. And apparently lack of physics. That too. Blue rupee. Totally worth it. Get some money, hit up that time stone, and we should be able to carry on. Robot! Uh-oh. Do not bully a robot, Bokuben. You too. But I guess if, in all seriousness, if you decide to fight them head on, the Bokubens are carrying working on it. The Bokubens are carrying electric swords, and they pretty much stun you if they block your attacks. They're all gone. So, I think that line just essentially gives some insight to just how far back we travel, and apparently how much these guys know about, have a connection to the lore. Ooh. So that's how it should look before. Kinda nice of him to get off the little bike, but that's our way in. You can kinda guess where we're going. But anyway, I think I can make that shot. Yeah, sure enough. I mean, really and truly, you should use your beetle to save up on ammunition and everything. Anyway, make sure you pick up that flower. And now that we have our way in... Alright, as soon as you get in, pull out the sword. Pull out that sword and do a guy strike. You aren't getting that another shot for a while unless you want the return trip. And I believe there's one more we can find also. So before we go on... Well, first off, deal with Octoroks. And I think now that we have the slingshot, we don't have to worry about perfect shielding in these things. Come on. There we go. Wait, I think there was a goddess chest right, or goddess cube right here. Hello. Still stunned by... Oh come on, you're out of the ring. You really should have. I say. And you lead me back the way I came. Alright, if I wanted to go back and save, I could do that right there. But we're not interested in that. Let's go see what we can find. Huh. Lee's back here. Alright. So, our destination is where the X is, along with that treasure chest. And I see Bird. I despise Bird. I'm going to deal with Bird. But we are actually pretty close, so with our way in, with another way in, we can actually go ahead and catch up with Zelda in the game. And probably take our 2 cents on that little lady right there. Dive down, go grab that rupee, because money can be sparse sometimes and it's gone. Alright. I get the picture. But in all seriousness, we might actually be able to... Yeah, we have enough to get the money to buy beetles. What? Oh. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. So it is possible to go through that giant sand. So now with that we have more beacons, we can actually create ourselves a little path. I actually forgot about that, so color me surprised. Anyway. You wouldn't send me here to get nothing, but... well, prove me wrong, I suppose. And this is one of those few instances where you actually may want to consider using beacons. Because it can be a little frustrating trying to look back at the map all the time. But anyway, I guess what I'll do is I'll leave one here. And one here, one here, just to mark where I can go. As long as you run toward the beacon, you can pretty much plan out your route. So that's a really cool way to utilize some beacons and give them a use. Anyway, that's where Robot is. But now I see Bird. Alright, Bird. Come at me. Oh, I am definitely dealing with you now. Ah! Beetle! Oh, now it's personal. Alright, now it's personal, Bird. Enjoy that. Sorry. I can be a little angry when a bird decides to drop a rock on me. I think like one other thing I can do is just probably keep like a beacon right here just to be safe. Basically, if you see a beacon, it's safe to travel that way. Now, I'm pretty sure there's like a time stone right here. But I'm curious to explore around and see what I can find. Yeah, time stone. And apparently there's also a little place where I can drop a little bomb right here. Did I at least send it down? It missed completely. Actually, where... there we go, I was wondering what happened. But there are some goodies that you see, we cannot get them at this time. Which is kinda disappointing. Anyway, I don't remember what the deal is with this time stone, but I'm going to find out. Oh, I get it. We need to activate a key. We need a key. Ah, I see. Alright, dowsing to help us find generators. Don't worry about it. You were not here when I just got here. 3, 4, 5. Well, that's one fatal blow I'm not getting. Anyway, let's see. If I'm looking for generators, I'm essentially looking for a way around. That crack in the wall might actually lead to something. And how much time are we? Oh, well, we're actually going a little bit over. Nah, we'll keep going. We'll keep going until we get the temple entrance. I won't go into it tonight, and I'll leave that for next week. Actually, December is when final exams start, so I'm not sure how much I can keep uploading or streaming at that point. But if that happens to be the case, I'll post an update just to keep you guys in the know. But anyway, now that we're after generators, and this dust pile reminds me of the weapon or gadget we get in this game. And it also reminds me of Smash. Oh, it reminds me of Smash big time. Who knows? We'll find it tomorrow. And oh wow, thank you, Rock. Sweet, time stone. Now we can fight on better ground. Oh, what? I completely forgot about that. Now that I think about the last time I played Skyward Sword, I think I went about as far as the mine facility, and then I just stopped playing for some reason. Can't remember why either. But enough about that. We got some money, and it might just be me, but I always looked at these blocks as mini game cubes. Cause something about the way that they're aligned just reminds me of the whole GameCube. Like, look at that. I know that's supposed to be its eyes, but they look like controller sockets. And over here, this would be like the connecting cord for the power cord. I am having way too much fun with machines. Your makeshift lifesaver means nothing to me, Bokubens. Not as valuable as the red, but any money will always be a good thing to have. All Metal Gear right now, and come on, Fee, I had a good shot at it too. And I got just the thing that'll wake you up. Pick you up and electrocute me later on. I see. Roll you in. And that should power up the generator. Or one of those 3 generators we need to go to. Hey, Mr. Scrap. Come on, man, I need your help. Stabbing, you say? Oh, darn. Stabbing, you say? Well, that's all I needed to hear. Thank you for your patronage. But now you kinda see what we need to do. And as we say goodbye to the GameCubes. Yeah, that'll have to do for now. Ugh, sorry about that. Wanted to take a little drink of water right there. Tumbleweed! Get back here! No! No! Oh, darn it. Okay, let's leave that bomb right there. Something tells me I might get rupee. Nope. Well, it was worth a try anyway. I'll keep Beetle on hand. You lead too far. You lead straight ahead. Awesome. Ignore these guys and let's look for that new entrance. I guess like if I really had to say something about Skyward Sword is that sometimes it can be pretty repetitive. I mean, this is probably like the third time we had to find like a key or something of the sort in order to gain access to the dungeon. But at the same time, it's not the yeah, I didn't poor choice of word. But like in the same token, it's not the first instance of the Zelda game doing that. Like even in Ocarina of Time, you still needed to get an item in order to get in. So having to do something like getting an item or requirement of some sort to enter the main dungeon, it's not unheard of. Like in Ocarina of Time, you needed the power bracelet in order to gain access to the Darongo's cavern. And in that same game, you also needed to get a fish in order to give to Jabu Jabu before you can even get access to their dungeon. Also, that's a little shortcut for getting back to the main part. And you are our next generator, if I remember correctly. So, it doesn't bother me too much, but I can understand why the repetition of Skyward Sword can be bothersome for some. Poor choice of words, I know. That green choo-choo. Huh. That's an interesting way to prioritize. Or a way to motivate people to keep an eye on the plant. But if you actually look back... Oh, no. All this path is... Okay, I really gotta stop that habit of striking early. Alright, same deal as before. Use the platforms to gain entry. And even though we're far from the Elden Volcano, we're still using these little gadgets, which I do appreciate. You lead into Tidestone. And now it's the same drill again. I needed you alive, man. Okay, good, you're still alive. Ah, damn, I almost out of pellets too. So I might have to be a little bit more precise with my shots. Oh well. Oh, darn it! As soon as I say I needed to be more precise. You know, I totally wouldn't mind if you gave me seeds right now. Well, I didn't say I need money, so I can't be too angry. I wonder. Ah, okay. Oh, what? Okay, I didn't think that hit me twice. What? No, I need to save up on bombs. Alright, hit up that switch and... I see how this is going. Do you create a platform, Mr. Barrel? No, you sink. Alright, come on. Well... Oh, please, time. Okay, get on that little pedal, and that could not have been timed any better. But anyway, ignore the little choo-choo for a sec. At least I think they're called choo-choos. But anyway, get some Elden ore, clear out the path, and been a little quiet on the whole thing, other than the fact I really need to focus because I don't want to get that little moment involving. I really do want to know what those things are called though. But even though we have a means right here, we need to solve a way to get from here to over there. And with any luck, I might just have the way. Well, it's actually electric proof. Color me impressed. Well, maybe electric proof isn't the right word. It's like resistant. There you go. That's the better word. But it's gotta drop its load somehow. You did well, little bot. Oh, this guy on the other hand is being annoying. Alright, wait for an electrocute. Cause it's clear he doesn't like me. And I couldn't pick him up for a second. There we go. I'm pretty sure you'll like this though. Alright, do you have hearts? No, but you do have seeds, which I greatly appreciate. Alright, I'll go with the small treasure, and you give me rupees, and I wonder if this is a trap. Because I still have bad memories of Phantom Hourglass saying that one chest that you open is basically a root board that takes away 100 rupees. Anyway, open this one and we get a fire element, so we can kind of guess the elemental trend. And one other thing I don't quite remember about this little test or requirement. I don't remember if you needed to... if the way you activated the mines would determine how the elemental would look like. Like if you activate the fire, you got the fire signal first instead of the... Actually, hold on for just a second. Like if you got the fire element first as opposed to the thunder element, would it be first or would it be the middle? So that's always the little question I have to answer. Nah, not worth it. Okay, seriously, one of these things gotta give us hearts. Alright. I might as well. It's only one fairy and I already have 2 of them. Plus having an empty bottle is always a good thing to have, just in case. Alright, but we are down one more element. And this leads us... yeah, it all leads us back to the beginning. So that's one thing to look forward to. Actually, where is the last one? Oh. Gah. I really wanted those tumbleweeds. Leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. Let's see, that leads to temple, but where is the last one I need to go to? Or do you pretty much lead to the area I need to be? The last one really? There's... oh, hold on. No, there is a reason why the flowers are gathered here. Unfortunately, we don't have the means of accessing them, but there's a reason why you should always take note of when butterflies are gathered around one specific spot. All that's left is that one other place you need to go to. I just don't remember where it is. There's one right there. Unless there's one down that road. Okay, there's gotta be one down that road. It's the only other place we haven't explored yet. Sorry, bit of memory not exactly cooperating right now. No, you wouldn't lead me back to here, would you? Oh, yeah, that's where I need to go at the end, but I mean before all that, man. Well, since I'm here, I might as well restock on some items. All that's left is the last element, which I still have problems remembering where it is. Oh, I see it. I know where it is. Oops, probably should have done this one first. And I have a feeling that bird's gonna drop a rock on me. Bird! Bird, you are now public enemy number 1. Screw you. In fact, I'm gonna take that money. Much better. My anger is sated for now. Until he shows up again, because I know he does. Anyway. That crack's probably our main destination, or at the very least leads to treasure. Also leads to a Megatama, which I've been stocking up a lot apparently. I mean, there's one treasure that they tend to use a lot more than the current Megatamas we're collecting. Wait a minute, that's the one we need? Then where's that crack in the wall lead into? I am legitimately curious now. Drop you right there. You lead into a time stone. And you make my life getting there a lot easier. So let's hit this little castle. I mean, crystal. How far do you extend? That wasn't as big as I hoped it would. But you do give me an idea. I'll go over here, get that last piece, and... well, it is getting a little late, so I will probably try and call it after solving this bit. Push it in. It's the only one that they don't tell us not to do. Alright. That's all the elements. Now we need to go back and talk to him. No problem. Before we go, put you down right there. I had nothing in it. Bit of a bummer, not gonna lie. But you know what? Oh, but first we need to shift time, and I don't know if I want to open it right now, but I probably will. Oh, oops. Oh, I get it. That's one way to make a hint. So essentially you want me to match the positioning. Alright, if it's water first, then on the way down, fire would be right here. In fact, this actually leads to a different link in this game, but... And no, I don't mean our actual hero Link, but something else entirely. So you might want to keep that in mind as you go through this game. But anyway, input the combination based on the map, and we've unlocked our ticket in to go seeing Zelda again. But we'll do that next time. Because it's getting awfully late and I'm not gonna make it, am I? Yeah, I'm not gonna make it. Anyway. What do you gotta say, robot? Yeah? Huh? Well, that's one way to be prideful of your work. Anyway. I feel like we won't... I feel like waiting until to go explore the mine facility until next time. Oh, yeah. Remember, when the robot changed our map, it's reflective of the time back in the past, whereas in the present, or it's just pretty much a whole desert wasteland. But I want to go back to Skyloft for one quick thing. And, well, Beetle, you're gonna have your fun now. So it's kind of like an interesting contrast. And those gray areas of that map are essentially the walkways that you can use in order to get by safely throughout the desert. Wait. Dude! Oh, good. Beetle, sometimes I swear you feel like you're rigging me. Anyway, even though I have 700... Okay, good, he did get smart about not offering more wallets. Anyway, the final adventure pouch that we need. We gotta buy it from Beetle.
Thank you.
600 rupees. Just to satisfy you. I hope you're happy, man. Because the next rupee you're gonna charge is gonna be like either 900 or 1,200. I just know it. Unless of course you actually don't have the last one. But anyway. Now that we got the final bit. And oh whoa, I am in the sky, so I have to just jump off. Anyway, finally got that last bit I need. I almost decided to just fall off Skyloft instead of jumping off. Alright, let's turn around. Head back into the desert. And while we're there, we are more than ready to go take on the Lanaryu mining facility. But we will do that next time. I wanted to go back to Skyloft just to make sure we got that adventure pouch. Plus, I probably kind of want to try to break away from my trend of stocking up at Kingdom Hearts 2 every stream session. Because admittedly, while it did help me out in preparing for the journey ahead, it might have caught up a little bit of time for some. I believe this is where I need to go. Yep. The fan, and we are back. But yeah, remember. This whole map, the robot we met over here changed it to make it look like what it would have been from the past. Whereas before, it was the current. And I don't remember if we ever changed that back though. The main benefit he gives us though is that we have these walkways though. Just in case, which do help us out in the end. But in all seriousness... Oh, well, I hit the wrong button. But in all seriousness, I think that's gonna do it tonight. I think that next time that we go ahead and come back in the Skyward Sword universe, we will carry on our quest to go try and find Zelda. And hopefully this time we won't be late, according to that little lady right there. So, I will do that all next time. Oh, and I just realized, since I actually bought the adventure pouch, I won't have to worry about starting the next episode back in Skyloft. And that's real nice of you, man. Thank you for saying all that stuff. Well, and also thank you for watching. And on that note, thank you guys very much for watching, and with any luck, I'll start the next session next week, and I'll see you guys then. But in the event that I don't, keep in mind that college can be a jerk, and December is the time for finals, so I might have to upload sporadic. But once finals are done and things settle down, I should be able to jump back onto this. So, until then, see you guys next time, hopefully next week. And if you're watching this on YouTube, well, you might have to wait for a while before I upload the next archive. Because I've learned how to do that, apparently. Thank you very much, man. It's really appreciated. And on that note, see you guys next week. And if not next week, then I will update you guys when I can. See you guys then.